Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's attorney Chris Waggener back again for another Lawyer Reacts video. And I'm going to be watching a clip from Cops. And as usual, I have one queued up here. I don't know what it's going to be about. I'm just going to react to it as I watch it. If you like, leave me a like. And if you want to see more of this stuff, I'm trying to come out with it on a regular basis. Subscribe so that you know when I release a new one. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's see what this one's going to be about.
Right now, we're going to stop this vehicle. The driver is not wearing his seatbelt.
All right. First of all right. So in all these videos, the approach by the police matters. How they make contact with the suspect, how they make contact with the person that they're investigating, absolutely matters. Why does it matter? Because we all have a Fourth Amendment right to be free from searches or unreasonable searches and seizures. So there's a lot of different rules. There's a lot of different laws that govern the way that police officers can make contact with people. Now, one of the ways that they can make contact with people is what we call probable cause that a traffic violation has occurred. Speeding's a really common one. A headlight being out is a common one. Registration being out is one. Now, in most jurisdictions, I'm an attorney in Florida, so I know Florida jurisdictions, but I would imagine that in most jurisdictions, not wearing your seatbelt is going to be a traffic infraction, so they're going to be able to pull them over. But look at the time of day. It's nighttime. How did they see that this guy didn't have a seatbelt on? Is it possible? Sure, absolutely, it's possible. They could have just been driving in two different directions, and the lights could have illuminated the cab in this truck, and they could have seen that he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. But that's one of the ones, like the seatbelt being off, that I'm always a little suspicious of. But frankly, it's enough to pull him over. It's enough to stop the guy and at least make contact with him to issue him a citation for not wearing a seatbelt. And then if there's any other things that present themselves that might give him what we call a reasonable articulable suspicion to continue an investigation, then they can do so. So they're going to park behind him so that he can't leave. The guy's going to get out of his car. Look what he got out of his truck to run inside.
We're running to the point laundry.
The laundromat.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Come here.
So at this point, he's fleeing and eluding from the police. Oh, that's the guy.
Stop. Get on the ground.
All right, so what do you do?
Don't move. You stay there. I'm going to prison. Stop it, man.
This all seems unnecessary by this truck driver. He could have just stayed in his truck, and it probably would have just been an issue. So did they both get out? Was there two people? Did they have the right people?
Don't move.
Hold on. All right, hold on. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to run it back. I want to see if two people got out of the truck. I'm assuming they got the right people, but let's just make sure. Let's go back. Because it all happened so quick. All right, so they're pulling him over. They're going to box him in from behind, and then the guy is definitely getting out.
215. He's running. We're running to the point laundry.
So I guess they already did it.
To the point laundry.
All right, let's see here. All right, right now they're still in the truck, right? All right, one door opens, so we can clearly see the doors open here, right? Where's the other door? All right, there he is. All right, so that does look like the same guy, but where's the girlfriend? Was she already in the laundromat?
215. He's running. We're running to the point laundry. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Come here.
There he is. He gets hit hard.
Get on the ground.
He definitely throws something. It's got to be drugs, right? Like, why wouldn't you throw the drugs? Throw the drugs in the laundromat.
Don't move. You stay there. I'm going to prison. Stop it, man.
Was the lady even with him?
Get on the ground.
I want to get the phone. What happened?
This is so strange.
Over there.
Stop. Where'd you see him? Don't move. Just leave it. Stop.
Nothing, stop it. I can listen to him.
I'm out of there. Stop listening. Stop moving.
I'm getting.
All right, I know that I've run it back. I'm talking a lot in this one, but I just, even if he had drugs on him, which it looks like that's what's going on here, because I think he threw drugs in the parking lot there, which they're going to go walk out there and just find him anyway. If he's being pulled over for a seatbelt violation, if he had just stayed in the car, then they probably would have just written him a ticket for the seatbelt violation, and they wouldn't have been able to do anything else. They wouldn't have been able to search his car. They wouldn't have been able to search his person. They just would have issued him a ticket for not wearing a seatbelt. By getting out of the vehicle and running inside and trying to pretend like he wasn't the guy in the vehicle, he's now probably going to get arrested for. I mean, he's going to get arrested for fleeing and eluding, almost definitely, resisting arrest without violence, and whatever the drugs are. He's going to get arrested for all that stuff instead of just getting a ticket or a seatbelt ticket.
What are you running for, man? I don't know, man. That's good. Why? I don't know. Stop talking.
He's got the baby.
Okay, stop talking.
I'm not even going to take the baby out of here.
Man, why'd y'all pull me over for? I'm wearing a seatbelt.
Why are you fighting?
Hey, Patterson, get her in cuffs. Get her
I
in
think
cuffs.
he knows. He's like, oh, that's dumb.
What'd you throw to her? I didn't throw nothing at her. You threw something when I hit you. No, I didn't. Let's go.
Can I get my phone?
He's like,
Just right now, just she's the chance to just have her over there.
I think he knew. He's like, oh, I just messed up. I should have just let him give me the ticket.
What do you got on you, man?
I have nothing, sir.
How much cash you got?
I got like 3,000.
It's not
Check
illegal to
up
have
the
cash on you. It's a lot of
What do
cash,
you got in the
though.
truck, man?
Search it. I ain't got in there.
Okay. Oh, let me see. Did he throw anything in there?
No.
Right.
I was there doing laundry. I don't know what the hell was going on.
You weren't doing laundry. You were in the car.
Sir, no, I wasn't.
You got in the car?
That's those ladies like I was sitting next to them.
How do you know him?
I don't know them ladies.
No, how do you know him?
He's my son.
Okay, so is he coming up here to meet you, or what was?
Yes, he was in a car picking up the baby.
Interesting.
I was in there.
Okay, just give me a second, okay?
All right, so she wasn't in the car. He was coming there to meet her. Weird. This is such a weird
He even
scenario.
jumped out and the vehicle was still in drive, so I put it in park and turned it off. But yeah, it stinks of
Yeah.
weed. So,
Yeah,
you know, obviously look at her too if you find anything.
Yeah, he's got like
Right.
$3,000 in cash in his pocket, so
He's got what?
$3,000 in cash in pocket. So
Where are
I
the
didn't see
drugs?
anything in there. He literally ran in, cut to the left. I thought he went straight.
Check trash cans and stuff.
No, I'll do that. I'll check the trash. Yeah.
All right, so now it's a drug
it is.
investigation. I
Bunch
don't
of
really know other than the money. So I guess he didn't throw anything on the ground right there. I thought he threw something on the ground right there, but I imagine they would have been able to find it pretty quickly if it was. So I guess he didn't throw anything on the ground right there next to the vehicle. That's what they were talking about there. They're going to go check the trash cans in the laundry room, or excuse me, in the laundromat, and they'll look for the drugs there. But I don't really, other than the fact that he ran and had a lot of cash on him, I don't see any facts that would lead me to believe that he had any drugs on him. Now, if they're going to arrest him, which presumably they will for fleeing and eluding, they'll be able to tow the vehicle and search the vehicle pursuant to the arrest. So they can search the vehicle no matter what, just based on the arrest. So even if they don't have any articulable suspicion of drug dealing or drug possession, they're going to be able to look through the vehicle pretty much however they want to, just because of that reason.
Center console.
Okay.
There you go.
See how the lid's got a side opening? The lid's right on the floor where it
They
was.
better hope that
Which trash can was this?
seatbelt
Was
charge
the
holds
second
up,
one.
because if it
Not this
doesn't,
one right here.
then,
I'll put the
then
lid on
all
the
of this is going to
floor.
be inadmissible.
The lid
But
was
it
on the floor?
probably will hold
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
There's
perfect. More close
Is
Perfect.
that drugs?
Where
they
was
found
this
a bunch of it?
female at? She said she was doing laundry.
Yeah, because I saw him and I tackled him, and then as soon as I got him on the ground, putting him in cuffs, she comes running out and he throws something at her, but he threw his ring at her. So I thought he was trying to throw drugs at her. That's why I have her. But I should just about
Okay,
to
so we
go
can
through.
take cuffs off of her.
Yeah.
right? So how much did you wind up with here?
I haven't even gone through the other side, but just
Okay.
right now is
All
what
right,
I
well,
have.
we'll leave you alone while you go through the rest of this here. I'll
All
go
right.
ahead and
So
uncuff her
those are the
since she's
bags
not-
that were
Yeah.
in the laundromat. All right. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that they found the weed bags in the laundromat. So the weed bags in the laundromat are going to. There's a defense there, and the reason that there's a defense there is because they didn't see him possess the bags of weed. So the defense will be that they aren't his, even though they found what looks like crack. It's crack or cocaine, right? Most likely. And they'll have to test it in order to prove that it is actually, in fact, an illegal substance. But, let's just use, common sense here. That's going to be illegal drugs. The the bags of weed that were found in the laundromat, since they didn't actually see this guy possess those bags, the defense is that they're not actually his. And that it's just a coincidence that they found these bags of weed in the trash cans. And while you and I might sit here and look at this and say, well, I mean, he ran in there really quickly. He was trying to dispose of the bags of weed. So therefore, they're going to be his. The standard in court is higher than that. It has to be beyond a reasonable doubt. And there could have been bags of weed that had been left there by another individual and that they weren't actually his. He may be in possession of these bags of other drugs, but these other drugs aren't his. Those were left there by some other drug dealer or whatever. And a jury will make the decision as to whether or not that's reasonable. But generally speaking, it's a good defense. The fact that they didn't see him. So now if these cops can go into the laundromat and they can find a witness that would say like, oh, hey, wait, we actually saw him run in here and we saw him actually take them out of his pockets, or like he was holding them when he came into the laundromat, and we saw him throw them in the trash can. That would actually destroy that defense, because then you have a witness that can actually like place the bags of weed in the guy's possession, and then they actually see him like put them in the trash can. So, but we don't have that right now.
Your son was getting stopped for a traffic stop, right?
Mhm.
Not a big deal, traffic stop. But he takes off and runs inside there, right?
Yes, well,
And then I guess that's what you saw?
Yes.
Well, he's running because he's got a bunch of cocaine and marijuana. Big giant bag.
Fake surprise.
So that's why he's
oh
in
my
custody.
gosh.
Oh my God.
And when you came running out, getting into it, obviously you're going to get thrown in cuffs too.
Oh, what the hell's going on? What's going on?
Well, that's what it is. He's a big giant drug dealer. Is he on probation or parole? No? Has he ever been arrested for any of this stuff before?
Yeah, he's on probation.
He's on probation for what?
I think for that.
For possession, dealing?
But he went to prison, got out of that.
Well, he's going to probably go back again. Because, that's a lot. It's a
What?
significant quantity.
Of coke?
Yes, coke and marijuana.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go to jail for a while.
So why'd you run, man?
I got scared, man. I mean, I got warrants. I didn't want.
You got warrants out of what?
Yeah,
I got
warrants
warrants out of. I think I got warrants here in Grand Prairie and Dallas.
Is it just traffic stuff?
Yeah.
Next time, man, just pull over. I mean, you almost took out that guy's taxi, you know?
No,
Then you got lucky, man. So,
Well,
yeah. And then you ran into the store, and then what was that bag of white powder that I found in the center console?
I don't know.
You don't know what it is? You have no idea?
What's that?
No? Okay. What about the two big plastic baggies of marijuana,
That ain't none of mine.
and then the other white baggie of
That's
white
none of
powder?
mine.
No. It's consistent with what was in the coin laundry, okay?
I'm getting charged for all that if it does come back.
If it comes back. Okay. But like I'm saying, man, if you can tell me what it is, I'll put that in the report that you said, hey, this is what it is. This is what's going on.
All right, let's talk about this. So this cop right now, so the exchange between these two, this guy who's getting arrested is savvy. He knows what I was just talking about, constructive possession and stuff like that. So he's saying, oh, I don't know what it is, but he also understands that the white powdery substance, I think it's powder, but the other baggies of drugs, we'll just say that, they haven't confirmed that they being the police have not confirmed that it's drugs yet. They have to confirm that it is actually an illegal substance, because it could be something that's not illegal. It could be legal. It could be salt. It could be flour. It could be sugar. It could be, I don't know, silica dust that you use in your pool. There's all kinds of white powders that exist in the world that aren't illegal to possess. This guy who's getting arrested knows that. And so that's what they're kind of saying to each other without saying it. He's saying, oh, well, you have to confirm that it is. And the police officer's like, well, if you just tell me, it'll save us the trouble. But if he tells him, then he's confessing to it. And so this guy is also not trying to confess to it, which is showing how savvy this guy actually is. He understands the burden of proof. He understands that the cops have to figure it out. And the cop is like, can you just save us the trouble and just tell us what it is? Because frankly, like they should be able to confirm it. I mean, like, I'm sure that it sounds like they're in Texas. I'm sure Texas has some kind of, drug lab that only does these things. They get so many drugs is such an issue. Every cop sends it to the drug lab and they'll do their thing and confirm it. If they don't just straight up use a field test kit to confirm it. But this guy, again, savvy guy, make the cops figure it out.
I need to talk to the attorney.
Yeah. So
And now he's calling for an attorney, which is a smart move.
Takes on the risk, right?
So they're done. They can't talk to him anymore. I mean, they can talk to him, but
So we're gonna watch the.
if they don't get him an
of me
attorney, it's all going to be
chasing the guy. So is this one right here?
You're gonna see him. He's coming. You're chasing him. Then he go in there. Get that camera first.
She came in right there.
That's
Just
probably-
right
Look at
there.
that lady's
Here it
Right there,
goes.
right there.
Let's see if he throws it in
Yep.
the trash
She
can.
show something to her.
There it is.
Yep, that's where we found it. In the
Good
trash
police
can.
work on these guys' parts. And
Taking
then
off
this
his
woman, the woman gets
necklace.
up with him. These guys are smart. These guys know what they're doing. They are very savvy. This woman even knows. I guess the mom. I don't even know if it's actually his mom now. Like she could be the real drug leader for all we know. She could be the one that's really into it, and he's the guy that's just like the muscle, or he's the guy that is a dealer for her. We don't know at this point. I don't believe anything that these people are saying because they're so savvy. Which, you know, I guess hats off to them for figuring it out. I want to back this up a little bit. Good work on this police officer's part going into the laundromat and looking at the video camera, because this is going to nullify that constructive possession defense that I was talking about earlier. They don't need the witness. Now they have the cameras.
Go in there. Get that camera first.
She came in right there.
Look how
Just
fast
probably-
she
right
gets
there.
up.
That lady's
Right there, right there.
See,
Look at her sitting there.
Yep.
She knows. She
show
sees it
something
happening.
to her.
Yep, that's where we found it in the trash can.
Interesting.
Taking off his necklace there.
There you go.
Yep.
But he's the right person that put it in, and rest of them. you
Yep,
have
that's
the
perfect,
video
man. That's
already.
perfect. He's gonna be going to prison for a while.
All right. That was a good one. All right. So my final thoughts on this one are, I've got a lot of thoughts on this one. This is, of all the videos that I've reviewed, this one seems to have the most savvy suspects in it. At first, I thought he was being very dumb, but it was the opposite. He was really trying to hide the fact that he had a major quantity of drugs and probably had an entire drug selling operation that was going on within the laundromat there. If I'm the owner of the laundromat, you know, I'm doing whatever I can to stop that from happening. If he's just now becoming aware of this issue, and if I'm the police, I'm going to start watching this spot. I'm not convinced that woman was not unaware of what was going on in the laundromat. Mom, girlfriend, boss, or maybe she works for the guy. I don't know. Like, that's the thing. But she seemed like she was also very savvy to what was going on. Very fortunate for these police officers. I don't think they would have been able to find that had they not had everything go down the way that it went down, frankly. You know, if the guy had just stayed in the car and been quiet and just taken the ticket, he might have gotten away with it. At the very end there, he was talking about having warrants out for his arrest. If that's the case, they would have found it no matter what. So, you know, his last ditch effort to run into the laundromat and ditch all the drugs was, I guess, a good idea if that is the case, because if they had pulled him over and run his information, they would have found the warrants and they would have searched the vehicle no matter what. So if he knew that, then making the last ditch run for it like that makes sense, actually. So good work by these police officers, you know, assuming that the fact that he didn't have his seatbelt on does stand up, which frankly it probably will. So if you like this one, I did, leave it a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe and you'll know when it comes out. So take it easy, guys.